The Jungle has officially hit the stage in San Francisco at the Curran Theater. This theater has undergone a giant transformation to produce a 360 theatrical experience. Today, we're going to go behind the scenes to meet cast member Ammar Haj Ahmad to find out what makes this production so special and also get a sneak peek at what the stage is going to look like. Let's go take a look. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. This is so cool. So tell us, for all of those that are getting familiar with the Jungle and have not heard about it yet, what is the story about without giving too much away?
The story is about the creation and the destruction of the refugee and migrant camp in Kari. Kari at the borders of France, the closest point of Europe to Britain. So yeah, the play is basically about that.
Wow, and what is the role that you're playing within this performance?
I'm playing Safi, and Safi is the narrator of the story, and he is one of the elders in the camp. We will see him inside the story and outside the story.
Wow. And you've been performing this role since the very beginning. So in London, now in New York, and now San Francisco. What was it about this role that made you want to take it on from the beginning?
Any one of us, whether actors or non-actors, would love to be always part of a change. And this piece of theatre is changing wherever it goes. It changes us as actors, and it triggers new questions in the minds and hearts of everyone. And witnessing that, being part of this and then witnessing it makes me, not wanting to leave it.
Yeah. From the storyline, when we're all going to see it for the first time, what's something that we should look out for? Like maybe a pivotal moment or maybe some insight that would help bring perspective to a scene?
I think it's important to always be ready for the surprise. Always. It's 2 hours, 45 minutes play. What's magical about it and the work of the directors is that it goes on a journey. A moment goes into direction, and then you think, I think it's going this way, and it doesn't. It goes,
That's a twist.
And this is the drama. I know I'm saying a basic thing, but nowadays you go to you watch films and go to watch theatre, and most of it is expected sometimes. With this play, every minute is different.
Wow.
Yeah. So I can't single out a performance or a scene because it's a great example about ensemble theatre.
And it's going to keep us, it sounds like it's going to keep us engaged throughout the entire performance. There's not really
You will be engaged unless if you're tired, that's another story.
We don't want that, right? What is your personal connection to this story?
Well, I'm a Syrian refugee myself for 6 years in London before getting my indefinite leave to remain and then being a British citizen. I have a family who is scattered around the world, and I have friends and best friends who, they lost dear ones to them, and whether in the wars that are happening in Syria or Afghanistan or different places in the world. And so that's the first-hand relation to the whole story. I've never been to Kari camp. I couldn't because I was a refugee myself in a different place in England. That's my first connection to it. Second reason, I think, again, it's the responsibility to tell a story.
Yes.
And not only people who, we have cast members who, they are not refugees, they didn't experience that, yet they believe that there is a responsibility to do this and tell the story.
I'm so looking forward to this story because it is very meaningful, and I love that the Curran took this on. It is quite the challenge too, because the theater is looking a little bit different than it has before.
Yeah.
Do you think we can get a sneak peek of what it looks like?
Yeah, come on.
Yes, let's do it.
If no one stops us from seeing
Okay,
it.
let's go.
Come in.
Okay, thank you. Wow.
Yeah.
What is this part?
This is the kitchen. This is the kitchen of, we call it the secret space.
Wow.
Audience usually don't come here. Usually they enter to the stage.
enter and
Some
they
of
go
them
through here.
come. But this is the kitchen. This is the, because the whole play happens in a cafe in the Afghan flag restaurant.
Okay.
And it's owned by one of the characters called Salah. So yeah, Salah owns this cafe where all of us meet.
Wow.
The characters of the jungle.
And so the audience gets to sit
Everywhere.
all through here.
Apart from they can't sit on the tables.
On the tables, okay.
Yeah, because the main action really happens on the table.
You're all here. Man, you have to like really focus on...
and sometimes, of course, around the stage, look, every place is, everywhere.
Wow.
The audience,
I love this.
Yeah.
So you're truly immersed into the scene.
Yes. Some people are really inside, and others, they have
Maybe you can
different
go up here.
experience in the dress circle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does it get intense? Like, do you interact with the audience
of course,
at all?
very close.
Or like,
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
It's very close, and it's interesting that from every corner, if you sit anywhere, it's a different experience.
A different experience. So you can go multiple times even and see something different or experience
yeah, absolutely.
it differently.
Like I met people who watch the play really like 8 times maybe.
What?
Yeah, and some people watched it at the Young Vic in London and then at the Playhouse.
That's so cool.
And I met someone who watched it 3 times, in London 2 times and then New York.
Wow.
And they said like where you sit, it's different experience.
That is so great. So this is an undertaking that the Curran took on. It
Yeah.
usually has 1,600 seats, but this time there is only 600.
Yeah.
A few down on the stage, and then there's. Do you
We're
know how long
standing
it-
actually on some
on it?
of the.
I mean, you guys, there's dirt. There's like it's.
Yeah,
it
but
really
we're
feels-
standing on the seats.
We're standing on the
stalls.
seats?
Yeah.
What?
All this, like it took them like 3 days to take some of the stalls off, and then this is built. The seats are underneath. They are under still.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So this took. How long do you think this took to?
I think 3 weeks.
3,
It took
4
3 weeks. Yeah.
Wow, I bet there
But
was
some,
a lot
some,
of people.
some of the jobs, like the ceiling. Look at that. It's,
Wow. Yeah, you can't even see the huge, like, beautiful top of the ceiling. You really
Yeah.
feel like you're in a camp. This is incredible.
The
you guys,
ceiling took 3 days.
3 days?
Yeah, it's like 7.5 tons. Do you weigh in tons? The measurement in American
Yeah,
tons?
we do tons. We do tons. Well, you guys, I hope that you will join us for our Red Curtain Addict night out to see this production. It is going to be so fascinating. Just come even
great.
to see the theater of how they've transformed this, but also this really meaningful story. If you want to find out more about how to come with us, you can check it out at redcurtainaddict.com. Thank you so much for hanging out with
thank
me.
you.
It's been so fun to get to
Thank
know
you.
and
Thank you.
enjoy your time in San Francisco.
Oh, thank you. And I can't wait for everyone to come and watch it and come to us and say hi.
Yeah.
It's,
This
we're
is
all
gonna be awesome.
friendly.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. Until next time, thanks.
Thank you.